Hi, welcome to Urmy's Cakes. Today I'm going to show you how to use my butter cake mix. All you're going to need with this butter cake mix, it's an egg-free butter cake mix. You just need to get one of these packets, 200 grams of butter, 20 ml of oil, 5 ounces of milk and 4 ounces of water. The most important thing with baking a cake is to remember that all the ingredients should be kept at room temperature. I've got the butter in here and you can see that it's just soft and pliable. That's the consistency you want. I'm going to add the milk. I've added the oil as well. The best way is to just mix it by hand, because if you use one of your handheld mixers, you can sometimes overwhip the gluten in the flour and then you get a really dense, hard cake once it's baked. Add the flour in little at a time because you've already got the milk and the oil and butter in here. It doesn't look the most appealing at this point, but trust me, once it's baked, you'll definitely want to get into that cake and eat it straight away. So just add a little at a time and just gently mix it through. This part takes a little bit of time, just needs a little bit of love and care. Can't rush the process. You just need to enjoy yourself when you're doing something like this. After all, baking is supposed to be very therapeutic. You can see it's slowly incorporating. I'm going to start adding the water a little at a time. So with this last step, it's taking turns between the flour and the water, just adding it a little at a time and just stirring it through. It's a good workout for your arm, not anything else. So with this one packet of cake mix, you get 12 cupcakes. Here, see, now I've incorporated all the cake mix and all the other ingredients, and that's how your batter should look. Nice and smooth, no lumps and no excess fluid or anything. So with this, I'm just putting it in the piping bag and you just pipe it into your patty pan. So you don't want to fill the patty pan right to the top because the cake is obviously going to rise. You make sure you have enough space, so about half to 2/3, depending how high you want it to be. Okay, so now I've filled all the patty pans. I'm going to put it in the oven for 22 minutes. So the cupcakes have just come out of the oven, but we need to let it cool for about half an hour so that we can pipe some icing onto it. In the meantime, I'm going to mix some color into my buttercream icing. There is another video on my page on how to make buttercream icing, which you can watch. If you need it to be vegan version, you can always substitute the butter with nutlegs. I'm going to use a bit of blue icing. So a few drops of blue food coloring and just mix it through. That looks like a nice shade. I've got a size 1M Wilton piping tip in my piping bag. Just going to put some buttercream icing into it and have that ready. When the cupcakes are cooled, we can pipe it onto the cupcakes. The reason why you don't want to pipe buttercream icing onto a warm cupcake is it'll just totally melt and disintegrate. So it's been half an hour. The cupcakes are nice and cool. You can hold the tray. Hands are not being burnt. If you want to store cupcakes and keep them nice and moist and fresh, the best way is to put them in an airtight container and it'll stay fresh. You can keep it for 2 or 3 days, but it's like bread. The longer you keep it, the more stale it gets. It'll taste okay, but it's not the same as when you eat it fresh. So now I'm just going to pipe on some swirls. And decorate it with some sprinkles. And your cupcakes are done. See you on the next video.